There are only 4 key steps standing between you and any goal that you would like to achieve in your life. There's a very good chance that if you are not where you want to be in life, at least one of these 4 things is letting you down right now. G'day, I'm Gary Fay, the Neuro Stoic, and I've been helping high-performance individuals, teams, and organizations build mental strength, success, and resilience for the past 20 years. And you can get all the actionable skills and tactics that I share with those clients right here if you click on the subscribe button now. But back to your success. Yes, there is 4 steps to achieving any goal in life. They are underpinned by 2 main criteria that we work with everybody here at Strongman and the Neuro Stoic, and that is to develop a clear, conscious, and compelling vision of the future, and also to renovate your internal alignment, your thought process, and your mindset before getting started. We've got videos for those that we're happy to link to at the bottom of this post, but this is about those 4 steps standing between you, where you are now, and where you want to be, even if you don't know where that is. Those 4 steps are very simple. You might be missing one in the process, and that is holding you back. You might be missing 2, 3, or even all 4. But without them, there is no doubt that there is no path to where you want to go. So let's get started. The first step on that journey is the process. You've already done the work on developing your clear, conscious, and compelling vision of the future, and you've built yourself into the right mindset to get moving forward. But you need a process. If you've been struggling with this step, there's every chance that you don't have a streamlined and a disciplined process. You've been trying lots of things. You've been jumping back and forward, trying this fad, going to that shiny object, moving to that process over there that works for somebody else, before quickly jumping to a second process that worked for somebody else. This is all about time. You have to carve out the time to develop your process. Your process has to be intrinsically linked with your goals. Your process has to be intrinsically linked with your values. And you have to ensure that your process is going to get you from where you are to where you want to be in a fashion that you will practice every single day. The fact is, without a conscious process, without a step-by-step, we end up running around like chickens with our heads chopped off. We tend to start a lot of things. We might start on a Monday and we get to Wednesday and we've started to give up. We might even get 2 or 3 weeks down the track of a nutrition program and then it all falls by the wayside. We might start our studies with big plans of getting all our assignments in on time, but wouldn't you know it, come to first assignment time, we're still battling at 10 minutes to midnight. No matter what it is, without a structured process that is intrinsically linked to your goals, your vision, and your mindset, you are hell-bent on going round and round in circles at best, and if not, even going backwards. So the key is, for step 1, create a process. Step 2 follows on from step 1. We've already mentioned it, and it's practice. You might not be where you are right now, not because of your process. You might have it clearly articulated for you. Somebody may have given it to you. Somebody may have worked with you to create a process based on your clear, conscious, and compelling vision of the future. But if you don't practice it, you don't get enough momentum to actually make significant change in your life. How many times have you started out well? You started to see some results and you've given up on that practice. The second key to achieving any goal is practice. It's practice daily. It's practice weekly. It's practice monthly. And it's continual practice on the process that you set out. If you don't do the things that make up the vision of your future, there is simply no way that you can meet the vision of the future. So you have to start with your process. When you have that process streamlined and locked in, you have to practice it. You have to practice it with discipline. But that gets us to our next step, and it follows on again. The great thing about these 4 steps is they all work together. The 4th step is persistence and perseverance. Things are going to go wrong. You're going to slip up. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to wake up one day and not feel the energy for it. You're going to get to the gym and forget something. You're going to slip up on your nutrition, miss your studies, or talk down to the boss when you're trying to create a better work environment. Things are going to go wrong. Things are going to be tough. Things are going to hurt. you are taking on a process that you are not familiar with. It's going to get uncomfortable. The only way to move through anything uncomfortable is to persevere, is to persist, is to not give up. And so once you have your process, once you have started the practice, you have to persevere. Perseverance is perhaps one of the biggest keys into achieving your goals. I promise you that if you look back on all your goal attempts in the past, maybe this current goal that you're looking at, or any specific goal that you can think about in history, the simple reason that you didn't arrive at where you were going is because you gave up right before success. The simple fact is, if you are able to persevere and be persistent, if your process is aligned with your goals, your vision, and your values, and you practice it with perseverance and persistence, there is simply nothing that can get in the way between you and your success. So if that's the case, there should only be three, but there isn't. There's a fourth key. A fourth key that most people give up on far sooner than they should. That fourth key is patience. You have to be aggressively patient. That term means that you have to get after it every day. You have to practice. You have to persevere. You have to be persistent, but you have to be patient. There's just no great success that comes quickly. If it comes quickly, it typically goes quickly. Patience is the bedrock, the foundation of long-lasting success. No matter the game that you're playing, have a look at it over a longer period of time. What is it that you want to achieve? When do you want to achieve it by? And to be honest, if there is an end date, how do you stretch that out? How do you keep achieving long after you've moved past the goal? We've all been there. We've set ourselves a goal, we've reached the goal, and then we've quit. We've given up and we've slid right back to where we started. Sometimes the goals don't have a finish line. You have to have patience. Create lifelong goals, lifelong practices. But even if your goal does have a finish line, you have to be patient. You can't expect to achieve a 12-month goal in a 12-week period. It's just simply not going to happen. So if you've got yourself your process, you've got yourself your practice, and you've started to practice daily, weekly, monthly, if you persevere and you are persistent and you do all of that with patience, there is simply no chance whatsoever that your goals are not attainable. I guarantee that if you go through this process, if you build it on the back of a clear, conscious, and compelling vision, you do the work on your internal state and your mindset before you build your process, there is simply no way that you cannot arrive at your goal. There is no goal that you cannot hit if you don't have a process that you practice with persistence and perseverance and are patient with. Like I said, we have some videos that you can check out on creating a clear, conscious, and compelling vision, as well as dealing with your internal state and building the mindset for success. And there's no doubt that they are the starting pillars to this. Otherwise, your process is built aimlessly. There's the practice that you put in is heading in the wrong direction. You persevere down the wrong line, and you're being patient waiting for something that doesn't arrive. It can only arrive on the back of a clear, conscious, and compelling vision and a correct internal alignment and mindset. Do the work up front and then follow those 4 key steps and don't stop until you reach your goals. And just remember, if you do want to learn how to create that clear, conscious, and compelling vision of the future, we have videos on that here, and we're also doing work daily inside all of our social media. My goal is to move everyone from where they are now to where they want to be. But I need you to do your bit. Chase success, be brutal, and don't stop.